As the boundaries of human exploration gradually expand, they inevitably reveal involuntary things both above and below the water. From uncovering ancient mysteries to revealing shocking truths. Hold on, because today we'll discuss all the instances when researchers captured something no one was supposed to see. Don't forget to rate this video with a like or dislike at the end. And of course, let's dive in. Allow me to show you a magnificent sea creature whose curiosity can instill fear. Descending several meters below the ocean's surface, a group of deep-sea researchers encountered a huge mud cloud rising right next to their submarine. From this murky cloud emerged a gigantic predator with a massive mouth, which seemed even larger after it swallowed its tiny prey. Initially thought to be an ancient Greenland shark, the shape of its mouth, as well as its tail and fins, indicates something entirely different. This deep-sea giant actually belongs to the gulper eel family, which curiously inspected the metallic intruder. Those who voluntarily explore caves are always prepared for the worst. But what these spelunkers saw was much more terrifying than anything they had ever seen before. During an exploration of the McCoy Shaft in Nevada, spelunkers made a disturbing discovery. Deep in the cave, there was a burial ground of many children's shoes, all covered in mud and possibly only a few years old. But the most horrifying part of the discovery wasn't the children's shoes. The spelunkers were horrified to see several human bones buried among the pile of shoes. They had no idea whether they stumbled upon a prank or a real crime scene. The ocean is a terrifying place, and this aggressive encounter proves that there's always a bigger fish in the sea's depths. This hungry sea lion seized one unfortunate moonfish and was not backing down. The moonfish attempted to escape several times, but each time was thwarted. While it was quite massive, the sea lion easily overpowered it and paralyzed it with one bite. The moonfish had no choice but to accept being eaten alive. This fish can rival the Kardashian family in attention. No, your eyes aren't deceiving you. This is indeed a shrimp with plump, almost human-like lips. The Titan winghead prawn can boast a unique feature, with a personality akin to Ursula. Not because this fish is evil or anything of the sort, but because it's known for its aggressiveness. So it's accustomed to attacking anything that comes near it. Almost anything can trigger aggression in this fish, hence its name. So if you're ever diving in lagoons and suddenly feel a push, know that it's most likely the Titan winghead prawn. We just saw a fish with human lips, but how about one with a face almost like a human? No, I'm not joking. A fish with a human-like face does exist and was recently spotted in China. And it's not one of those strange creatures found only in the depths of the sea. It's a regular carp, and because of its appearance, many people believe it to be the reincarnation of a fairy or human. This fish truly exists, and it was the first time such a fish was caught on camera and shown to thousands of people worldwide. Scientists have always known that carps look human-like, but seeing it with your own eyes truly opens them. A fish with two mouths? Imagine going fishing with your family, hoping for a good catch, and literally getting two in one. It's a two-headed trout, and it's a catch that happens once in a million. The trout was caught while fishing on Lake Champlain. Of course, catching such a rare fish is pure luck. You can't just go fishing hoping to catch a two-headed fish and actually catch it. That said, if you ever get lucky enough to catch one, know that you're very fortunate to hold such a rarity in your hands. When divers thought they had finished exploring in a certain area and had acquainted themselves with the marine inhabitants, this strange creation unexpectedly appeared. In May 2020, researchers were diving in a cave several miles off the coast of India, where they encountered this strange, unique, and unrecognizable fish, which left them puzzled. Without knowledge of the strengths and weaknesses of this fish, they caught it to place in an aquarium with similar water conditions, while trying to study it. According to some experts, this fish may be a representative of the axolotl species, which are said to be under threat of disappearance. Nature can be quite cruel, but sometimes it can be downright ominous. Animals that have any deformities or abnormalities usually become victims of predators simply because they consider individuals that look different as easy prey. So even the largest predators can quickly become prey, like for example this shark, which did not develop a spine. This shark was nicknamed Quasimodo. Presumably Quasimodo the shark has kyphosis, a condition in which the spine curves. This usually happens to sharks that live near humans or in captivity. Unfortunately, such a deformation means that the shark will not live long. It will either become food for others or die faster than others. But even considering this, it's impressive how far Quasimodo has come. This is the Blue Hole, a place for deep diving on the Sinai Peninsula, north of Dahab, Egypt. Despite its extreme beauty, the Blue Hole is extremely dangerous and has become the cause of death for hundreds of people. On April 28, 2000, it claimed the life of a diver in the most horrifying way. Yuri Lipsky was exploring the Blue Hole when an uncontrollable descent led him to the bottom. Lipsky found himself trapped, unable to ascend despite several attempts, and his panic only hastened his misfortune as he began hallucinating due to nitrogen narcosis. Soon, Lipsky succumbed to narcosis, and his horrifying death was recorded on his camera, which was subsequently retrieved from the water by another diver, Tara Gomar, along with Lipsky's body. Crop circles have always baffled people due to their possible extraterrestrial origins. But most theories about crop circles have been debunked simply because they can be easily created. But try to explain this. Deeply embedded in the seabed are mysterious circles drawn as perfectly as if Michelangelo had cut them out. This circle in the field puzzled marine researchers for many years until they finally determined the reason. It turns out these unique patterns are created by male pufferfish in an attempt to woo females. Interestingly, these circle-in-the-field patterns are evaluated by interested females, and if they like the structure, two pufferfish mate. This whale shark was spotted in the pristine waves near the Galapagos Islands, and while its body was majestic, its tail indicated a painful experience. The tail of the whale shark was deformed, almost bent at the edges in a zigzag shape. The upper end of the tail was bent and hanging low, while the lower part was almost perfectly streamlined. From afar, it seems like the shark was injured, perhaps while fighting another shark for food. But it's also possible that the tail simply grew that way. Quite an intriguing thought. In any case, it's obvious that such a huge shark shouldn't worry too much. Sharks can be quite ferocious, and what this camera experience demonstrates that sharks can consider anything prey. A group of divers ventured into shark territory to get a look at these mighty creatures. However, during the exploration, one of the tiger sharks felt hungry and decided to eat the camera. The tiger shark attacked and with one bite tossed the camera into its mouth. However, the shark spat out the camera, realizing it wasn't food. The divers were lucky that the shark chose their camera because if it had attacked one of the divers, survival would have been impossible. Fish like these aren't easy to catch due to their rarity and the fact that they inhabit the deepest and darkest depths of the oceans. In 2005, marine biologists on a research expedition off the coast of San Clemente, California, managed to catch a small group of dragonfish, most of which perished due to stress and the inability to adapt to the changing environment. Only one survivor remained, so the researchers took additional precautions for its safety, placing it in a specialized aquarium so it could survive long enough for further study of its species. You would think there's nothing scarier than sharks, but what these two fishermen pulled out was much scarier than anything they could imagine. Sammy Hitsky and Sean, two friends passionate about fishing, were on one of their regular trips when their fishing hook caught something. Expecting to reel in a big tuna or perhaps a massive salmon, both men were shocked when they pulled out a large hammerhead shark. But that's not even half the story. The shark they pulled out was half-eaten, with its back exposed and organs missing. The men realized that the shark wasn't their main threat, but rather the creature that had eaten this huge shark. Who knows what dangers lurk in the ocean, but if it can eat a shark, it's better to stay away. When it comes to sharks, you always imagine them as big, fast, aggressive, and full of hatred. But this shark, Junior, melted everyone's hearts. In November 2018, this little shark, which was inside its egg case, was discovered by NOAA during an expedition off the coast of Puerto Rico. It was pink and looked as cute as a kitten. While most sharks give birth to live young, deep-sea shark species are oviparous and lay almost transparent egg cases that attach to invertebrates or algae until the embryo grows and hatches. So that's how today's episode turned out. As tradition goes, if you liked it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the Top Facts Black channel, and right now, watch our previous top episodes.